So when you're waiting for the next attack, you better stand, there's no turning back. The fewer sounds, the challenge begins. But on this battlefield, no one wins. The smell of ice and smoke and horse's breath. And the virgin into sudden death.
Quicker be dead. Be quick or be dead. That's the name of the game here in hyperscalping. Hey there, random internet strangers. It's Random Crypto Guy. Don't know if anybody's listening, but got a few hours before I have to take off and run some errands and teach a few classes and get some exercise in. So I figured I'd practice up on some scalping. Don't want to get the skills to get rusty. I've kind of taken a liking to Mr. Yen's style, and I'm going to go over some things of what I've worked on with this particular scalping method, how it worked to make it work better for me. I don't know if it'll work better for you. Everybody is different. That's why there's so many different trading styles. There's no bad or good trading style. There's only profitable and unprofitable styles. And I'm starting to like this one a lot, actually. It reminds me of when I first started trading, how I was trading using grid traders and EAs, and but I didn't like not having control over when I entered my trades. So this is a 50 moving average with the envelopes at, I forgot what I put them at, indicator list, the different envelopes. I've got 3 different envelopes at 0.08% for one, 0.04, and then I think this is the big one at 12, yeah, 0.12%. It's a little wide. I think I could probably go narrower, but I didn't. I just kind of tuned it what I saw fit at the time. And the short time that I've worked it, I've liked it so far. I'm going to add 2 more. I just added 1, 2, 3 here, and this new leg up. I'm waiting for it to tucker out a little bit, and then I know I'm going to add probably. Let's add 2. Oop, maybe not. Just trying to ride this envelope up. Add it yet now, because I don't want to use up my margin unless I have to. I'd rather see it a little bit higher anyway, and then I can start adding bigger. But that's all this is, a 50 period moving exponential average with envelopes, and down here took what he talked about in VWAP, and I added this particular. This is a 50 or a 40 period moving VWAP, or 35. Put it at 35. Yeah, I tightened it up a little bit, and I wait for a signal, the Z distance, to tell me that it's away from the VWAP. I don't have it on the chart. It's down here in the sub window, and this, when it crosses these double lines, those are entry points to tell me to buy and sell. No, it's not going to get it perfect. That's why you scale in. You have trending moves. The market's going to do what the market's going to do. It's your job to react to what the market's going to do. You know, when you finally submit and realize that the market's in charge, that's when you begin to learn the psychology behind trading. That you take what the market gives you. So you don't have any control. The only thing you have control over is when you get in and when you get out. And so, and this scaling in method, starting to grow on me a little bit. It's not a method that I've tried before. I've seen it a few times, but I never really tried it. So we give it an honest shot. I always, heard Martin Gale's bad, Martin Gale's terrible. Eventually you'll always die in Martingale. But if you have good money management using this risk tool here, what I've done here, the risk tool, is this TG Money Management Indicator right here. And put the inputs in. So I put in one tenth of 1% is what that is. 0.001 is 1/10 of 1% of my equity. I could probably even go lower. I could go like 0.0005. So because we want to be able to to trade another day, so that's why we scale in, and this is a way to be able to get an idea of your lot size and what you want to use depending upon your equity. And then use the ATR of 14, and the stop loss is 10 times. I used a multiplier of 10 because this is a very tiny tick chart, and I wanted to give it some breathing room. So that's gonna tell me the biggest lot size for one trade, and I always trade under whatever the blue number says. So whatever that blue number is, trade under it. Don't ever trade over it unless you are just 150% sure that you're going to get it. And that's literally never. So I'm putting in 0.1 lots. So that'll manage my margin. Still way under, over half. So that's what that particular tool is useful for. Then I have my news down here. I got all the news releases to deal with the euro and the United States dollar. All the scheduled news releases. That doesn't include Trump tweets. Thank God that's over. That was another reason why I didn't really like scalping, is the past 4 years of having to deal with Trump tweets. So you never knew what that moron was going to do. Like him or hate him, I don't want to get too political here. I particularly didn't care for him. That's all I got to say. And not because I'm any type of far left liberal libtard. Far from it. I'm probably more conservative than most people. The problem with him is that he's one, we were about to go to war with Iran, and COVID actually stopped that, so that was nice. I'm gonna add 2. And then I take my stop and take, and I'm getting closer to where my things. This is getting way outside this band, so I'm gonna actually bring that inside the band. So it's getting away from me a little bit, so I gotta be careful now. But I'll start adding in as these legs go on. But yeah, between that and we would be at war with Iran right now. I'm convinced of it. And the other, because they wouldn't play ball with him after he backed out of the agreement. And the Middle East is just a total shit show anyway. So, and they're all corrupt, and they're all, I don't care. I've reached a point where I'm just politically disgusted with everything. They're all a bunch of lying, hypocritic parasites. So I don't really particularly care for any of them, so I just vote for all the women. Maybe I'll try something different. That's the only way it's got to change, is we bring more women in. Like it or not, women have a different psychology, so I think that the change would be good. You know, not to say women aren't corruptible, but I think men are much more corruptible and selfish and self-centered, and women are more serving. You know, being just would look at as more of a public servant than being self-serving. Dang, this thing is getting away from me. Think I'm gonna. Oops, I only meant to add 3. Oh well. We're still way under. Stop in case we get lucky. Put our stop and take. If it just decides to crash down before we get a chance to. Now, there's a couple things I look at when I'm coming down here. One, to segregate the trades that are in profit as opposed to the ones that are in loss. I can fade it out while this is still in loss. I can fade these trades out. Usually I'll do that if these get above $2. These start getting above $2 solidly, not just the first time, but solidly in the $2 range. I'll just manually close them out just to try to fade out any losses here. Another thing I'll look for is this. If this goes positive around $10, I'll go to close everything over here, drag it onto the chart, and then I slide it over here, and then I'll keep it on no, because I want to be able to knock it off, because I made that mistake before. I had it on yes, and then I meant to add another trade, and I ended up closing everything out for a loss. Wasn't a big loss, but it was still a loss, and so I learned from that lesson. That's one of the reasons why you demo, is come across any and all circumstances and see how well the system works. So that's why you demo. I plan on demoing this for a while before I actually go live, because I don't have the opportunity to do it on a daily basis right now. So it looks like I might go positive before I even hit my 2, so that's good. See, we're only at $28, so if we can make $10 real quick, 10, $20 for just $2. But if this was a $250,000 account, we could multiply these numbers by 10, and you can find out real quick you could make a living doing this. Which I don't have $250,000 yet. Getting close, not quite. It's one of the reasons why I'm practicing. This is something that I could do a couple hours a day. Looks like we're gonna have to add again, so that's why we keep it on no. They are not being nice. Take a look real quick here, see what's going on higher time frame. We busted through here, so it's probably a stop hunt. It's a good possibility we might turn there. Let's look at the higher time frame. Yeah, this is the origin of this move. So this is a demand level or supply level right here. We're heading into a hourly supply level from a drop base drop. So let's Let's go ahead and see if we can get out quicker. And 4 more. And stop and close everything in case it decides to. Oop, no, I don't want that. I want stop and take. I'm going to put that a little bit higher. Trail up my stop and take. Why does that not go? Must have too much going on. There we go. Hopefully this doesn't get away from me. We're still well below 1%. We're not even a 1/4%. So I put the stop and take. I kind of trail it in there. This is just in case I get, a big drive in the direction I want. And it just closes everything out really quick for me, and then I'll make a nice juicy profit off of that, and so I don't have to react as fast. That's what that's for. It's not always what I'm looking at. It's just when I'm no, that's my get lucky target. See if we can get out of this quick. So we're at 75, so 1% is $250. 2% is $500. So we're not even close to 1% yet. As I said, if this was 10 times that, this would be 900. These would all be 20s. And then once we've gone into profit, you would find out very quickly you can make a living. You can make a living. You could pay the bills. And just trading a couple hours a day. You make 250, 500, maybe get lucky and do 1,000 in a day. So that's a living. It's not, yacht money, but it's a living. If you got $1 million account, you could take and multiply it by 4, and now you're talking, Lamborghini money. Looks like I'm gonna add again. We're getting up there. Has been on a upward trajectory since the dollar has been dumping, so it's one where you got to be really careful. If I was in a buying position, I'd been a little bit more aggressive. So odds are ticked a little bit more in my favor now. If I was in a buy position. So maybe I would go 2 instead of 0.2 lots instead of 0.1 lots. is, if it turns, it'll turn down in a hurry. It'll start gobbling up that deficit in a hurry. So I get that turned downward. But I don't think it's gonna, if it's stalling out before I get, 10, 20 bucks here, I'll start closing this out just to fade out. Grab some profit, get my margin back under the margin level. We're still well into the thousands. So I like, we got some room to work. When you get down into the hundreds in this margin level, that's when you got to start to worry. And then you can also, not in the United States, but you can, if you get underwater, you can start, if you get the opportunity, you can trade the opposite direction to boost your equity while this is underwater, and then try to fade it out that way as well. Man, it's gonna look like it's gonna go up again. We're gonna get them for this next leg up. We're gonna get them. Put on 6. And I got a lot of stuff running here. It's running kind of slow. Put my stop and take, increase my stop and take. So, all my stop and takes are right here. In case I get lucky, it just decides to dive bomb. Close everything in case it decides to, it wants to. See, I always keep the cursor on no. You don't want to close everything. I've done that. I wanted to add to my position, and I ended up, this was on yes, and I hit that instead of adding to my position up here. So I learned. Okay, now we got 6 here, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these guys. Yep. So if these go to $2 and kind of hold there. Well, it's not liking me today. It's up to 1%. Only got about an hour, so hopefully we'll get a turn back here shortly. An hour before I gotta get to running. like it's gonna bounce again. Here's a rally base rally. These on very small time frames. This works on any time frame, but even these little tick charts. Rally base rally, not much of a rally. The second one. So that means that it wasn't that out of balance. That's why it came back down. And they were going to see if it had, there's more. I expect another, this was another rally base rally right in here. So I expect a fight here. And then maybe not so much after that. So I'll definitely probably be closing these out if they hit, say, solidly at $2 for, I don't know, 10-20 seconds. Just to fade them out. So that if this was $250,000, that would be 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, $120. I'd add to my, hopefully I wouldn't have to fade it out. Fading out's a pain in the ass. It takes forever. I'm talking hours, maybe even days to fade out. If you get a big block of big losses, it just ain't coming back. Yeah, and in the United States, it's almost impossible to do that. Because you can't, it's FIFO. And whenever there's a buy, there's a sell. I suppose you could do it if you had two different accounts. One count nothing but buys and the other count nothing but sells. That's how you get around that. But that's a pain in the ass. It's ridiculous. Land of the free, the home of the brave. I can't trade how I want. Starting to see a reaccumulation bull flag. Getting this slow, but here are the wedges. So it's a slightly downward pressure, but it's holding steady here. So we're probably going to pop up here shortly again, unfortunately. But we are way extended. So maybe they'll tucker out. You gotta let the market's gonna do what the market's gonna do. And there's no big bomb in Pearl Harbor or something. We got 6 hours to, it's not even really big news. No real big news releases coming up. Hope it doesn't take the full hour just to get rid of this. VWAP's acting up. So here was a sell. This was my first sell signal. Took it. You can see the VWAP. And then we had another sell signal here. If I'd waited for just VWAP instead of using lines and legs, I maybe not have been so deep underwater right now. But then again, it would be harder to level this number off unless I just went small and then huge each time the VWAP. See, now we have a buy opportunity here at VWAP, but it's not really showing on the envelope. But we are in an uptrend, a strong uptrend. So if I wasn't underwater, I would have probably tried to plunk down a bigger amount, maybe 0.2 instead of 0.1. But we're coming down now. Alright, hopefully it'll come down fast. Looks like it's tuckering out. Let's get rid of this cursor thing. It's going kind of slow. Got too much going on. Twitter and I turned off Netflix. Live streaming. Let's take a look here. What's going on with the Go chart? Nothing's happening here. We're still diddling in the middle. All I can do is sit back and wait. June ad. We are turning down. We are getting a good pullback. The exponential moving average is turning, sloping downward. So that's a decent sign. VWAP told us to buy, but we were pretty extended here. And how are we looking here? We're pretty somewhat extended here. We're into this zone here, and then M1, just kind of a little bit closer perspective. That's a pretty extended leg. These are back up. They're putting up a fight. Uh-oh. Here we go again. Can take this off for now. Alright, guys. Come on, Bears. Time to take this home. Come on, my get lucky is down at the second deviation. That's not good. It's just riding that train, riding that deviation all the way up. The life of a hyper scalper. So another reason why I'm demoing this is I still am undecided about the level of risk management that I want to take with this. The TG Money Management Indicator. See, I got here at 0.0005. I could take it even lower if I wanted to, or make it lower by lowering my ATR stop loss multiplier. That would also make it lower, make my blue number lower. But you only use the blue number if you're with the trend, the overall upper level wins, and you're for sure. Otherwise, stay well below it, because you might need the ammo, just like I need it here, and still might run out of ammo. If it pops up again, it's gonna get a little hairy. Here it goes, another leg up. Not much of one. It's still tuckering out. That's good. So you want to give it some breathing room, especially as you want to space them out even more and more. Make sure that you're not adding until you actually hit your deviations. And this next one I might wait until it hits the second deviation, not the first. So I want to spread the risk out a little bit more. I don't want to get too underwater too fast. That wasn't really a leg up yet. You can see a few ticks above the previous high. looks like it wants another leg higher. It wants to go higher still. And then we're well extended out. See, this is one of those things that why I went so low and probably should have gone lower to maybe like 0.05. So we were chopping around here this morning, and then this is the open. I'm guessing right about here. It's the U.S. Open. Probably right here. There's the Open right there. And then just decided to take off in that direction after the Open. So live and learn. I was all chopping around here. I would have taken this as a buy. I could have got a quick $20, $2 there. If it would have let me. But can't do that in the United States. It's not without on one account. Yep. Want to go higher. Don't want to add till it hits the deviation again. And hopefully it won't just run right underneath it. And we'll get a nice fade out of it. It's almost there.
morning.
Good morning.
Well, you didn't eat the other one, honey. You didn't like it?
I saved it for you.
Huh?
I saved it for you.
No, you don't save it for me. I already ate some.
Oh,
That's for you.
okay.
Here.
Well, I'm not hungry right now. I'm not hungry right now.
Right there. this call, right? They said, oh, you have to check your email. There's an update that we got from the court. So the email that they sent was, good morning. There's a note from the court we got last night. We have a second interpreter to work as a team. You can take turns. Please let us know if you have any question. She said, where was that? Like I have to call the other guy to three-way in. He said that the judge will call the interpreters will take turns interpreting in the consecutive mode, not assigned to specific whatever LAPs. Switching with the other end every 30 minutes for whatever party happened to be speaking during that time period. The judge will call one interpreter, most likely me, immediately let the judge know that you will call the second interpreter and merge the call into a three-way courtroom and both interpreters. Both interpreters will remain on the line at all times throughout the duration of the hearing. Interpreters may confer among themselves if needed to clarify interpretation difficulties. So, I said, okay, that's fine, I got it. And then, just a few minutes ago, just a few minutes ago, I said, just sent you another email. The interpreter is sick, so she will likely be alone. So I got the other email, and they said that let's see, where's the other ones right here? He said, I just received a call from one of the agencies providing one of the interpreter, which was the Florida Coast, informing that their interpreter is ill and won't be appearing. So
he'll be interpreting.
I'm the only one. So, and they say, okay, thank you again for telling you know. And he said, I told them he could handle it. Then they're estimated about 90 minutes. Thank you. I said, of course I can handle it. I've been doing this for many years. Thank you. Why am I sad, you know? Well, God's making the miracles. Thank you, Jesus.
That's today, right?
Yep. 9:15. About 20 minutes. Just give me my concentrate.
Well, we're extended on the 30, so that's good.
Honey, I'm gonna call you using my headphone and see if you can hear me clearly.
Okay.
I just wanna test it.
Ow. Hello?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
No, like extra sound or losing sound.
It's a little muffled. It's a little muffled. It's not clear. I can hear you fine, but it's just not clear. I think you might have your mouth too close to the speaker.
How about now?
It's the same.
How about now?
That's a little better.
How about now?
That's better.
Nothing at all. You can hear me clearly, fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not crystal clear, but it's much clearer.
I just lowered the volume. What about now? Still muffled?
Yeah, it's still muffled.
What about now?
That's better.
Lower muffling?
It's still, but not as bad.
Okay, let me try something else. I'll call you back.
All right. This wasn't outside though. you gotta wait. Got caught. It was at zigzag and it's been going straight up right into the supply.
I'm not gonna call you back because my other headphone isn't recharged.
Okay. Gotta get ready for my class. Car. That would have been a good signal, I guess. gonna start stalling out here. Bitcoin doing? Still fiddle farting around. I have to let this run. Go off to classes. Don't like to do that, but it's demo. So I don't really care, but it's good to get the practice in anyway. I think it's gonna go. Should get this M5 15 read pretty here shortly. Got some rejection off of here though. So that's not so good. This up, I would have been a little bit more cautious. So I was started in this fucking mess. Getting this before something drastic happens. Unreasonable take profit coming into the supply zone. This would take a little, might take a couple hours. We are getting some dragonflies here. 2 dragonflies. There's still a lot of buyers here. Lower time frame. That's right where. Right in there. To the demand zones. It's a demand zone, definitely. This is kind of turning into supply, so. It's weakening up. Yikes. Oh, that hurt. That smarts. Freaking 2% now. That didn't tickle. Well, I guess that went wrong, huh? Should have waited for the deviation. Yeah, see? I didn't wait for the deviation or the VWAP before I added. I paid the price. Live and learn. This is why you demo. Margins getting down, getting iffy. At least some of this. It's gonna take off on me. Uh-oh. I think it's gonna fucking take off on me again. Rut-row, Raggy. This is why we demo. It just came out of nowhere, too. But that's what I get for adding before my signal. That wouldn't have been, these wouldn't be here. These would, but these wouldn't. Might get lucky. We're at 2%. And I have to be leaving shortly. Sometimes it's better just to leave it and let it run. Unfortunately, we're all sells, and this is a buyer's market right now with the dollar tanking. What's Dixie doing? Yeah, Dixie's plunging. So that's not helpful. That's definitely not helpful. Live and learn. attention to your signals. Be a little bit more conservative if I waited for VWAP and envelope together. I get much better results than just pushing the button. Sometimes you just gotta let it ride. That's probably what I'll be doing. I'm gonna sign off for now. Because I gotta get ready to go. And thankfully this is demo.